Hi, this is Ben Hollifield from Yanza Labs, here to introduce you to our latest product from Yanza Labs called Tracy Social AI. Tracy Social is an AI-powered social media manager that runs natively on ServiceNow to help you keep your organization relevant on all social media platforms. Now, this is the most fun I've had working on an application in ServiceNow in years, and we're using it internally. So I wanted to show you a little bit about what it can do. So let's start from the front end, the scheduler. Whenever you first start using Tracy Social, you can build a schedule, and we have a few here for our own things that we use internally at Yanza Labs. For instance, we have a scheduler for Yanza Services. This is to periodically put a post out on social media to remind other organizations and ISVs in the ServiceNow world of the services we offer. And when I set up a scheduler, I can do a few things. I can come out and name my schedule, say where I want to connect for my AI capabilities, which model I want to use, which social platforms I want to post on, who I want to approve the social media before it goes out into the world, and then come down and tailor my post content. Now, if you have any experience with ChatGPT, you'll understand some of these terms. We have an option to select whatever prompt we want to feed into the AI, which is the question, the topic that we wanted to write a social media post about. We can choose the persona under which this will be written. It could be anything from a sales manager to Shakespeare. Context statements, which are background data about what we are asking the AI to post about. So this could be something like a new product release announcement, or some kind of a data sheet about a product you might have. And then instruction statements that just tell the AI how to behave. We can also give it a run schedule, how often this rule runs to create new social media posts, and then a post schedule, which tells it when and how to post to social media. Now, I'm moving pretty fast, and I realize that. We'll come back and look at this in more depth momentarily, but I want to go ahead and run this schedule to show you what happens when we run one of these for the first time. As soon as I click Run Now, this is going to generate a social post record, and almost instantly it's going to run out and grab some content from OpenAI based on the configuration of that schedule rule. And I'm doing this live right now, so what I'm seeing is for the first time, just like you. And we see that OpenAI has created this LinkedIn post that looks pretty good. There is the ability to come in here as a draft and edit this and do what we want to with it before letting it post to social media. But whenever I, as the editor, am happy with this, I can click on Request Approval. And this is going to go out and ask for approval from whoever was in the group specified on the schedule rule. And then the approver can also come in here and make some edits if they so desire. And then when they're ready, when it looks good, click Post Now. And they can approve via email as well, if that's simpler than logging into ServiceNow. And instantly, this has gone into a state of pending post. And if we look at our social details tab, we can see that the post schedule is according to what was on the schedule rule. It's going to post on August 14th at around noon. And so easy as that, we've run through a full workflow of generating social media post, editing it, approving it, and getting it queued up to post. That will happen at the specified time. And as an example, here's a post that was created with Tracy Social that went out just a couple of days ago from Yanza Labs to LinkedIn. This has really shortcut our social media workflow. We were not very good at staying in touch with our customers on social media, and this has given us an easy way to do so, to have some control, and to do it more frequently. It's been a real lifesaver for us. So now that you've seen this, let's go back and dig in a little deeper, get a little more in the weeds on how this all works. So we talk about artificial intelligence. Right now, OpenAI is the default artificial intelligence platform, and that is what we support out of the box for ServiceNow. If you go to connectors, we have Yanza OpenAI, and these are the different models that are supported by Tracy Social out of the box. You can add any model that is available on OpenAI, though. And in the future, we do expect that we will support ServiceNow's native LLM AI capabilities, and perhaps some others that appeared over the years. In addition, you may ask, which social platforms do we support? We have chose to support a social platform aggregator called AirShare that provides a great API for posting to social media. So through AirShare, we can use their API and you can get access to all of the most popular social media platforms today: Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, anything you're interested in. And in addition, perhaps you have an internal system of some kind. Maybe your local intranet, maybe Slack, Teams, maybe your own product that you're developing and you want to post to it. By simply creating a Flow Designer flow to take the AI-generated content, you can have that post to anywhere you like. Easy as that. So it's very extensible. Now let's look closer at our scheduler. If we pop in and look at what is available, again, you can choose your connectors, your models, your social platforms. You can choose your approval group within ServiceNow, have options to skip the draft phase if you want to shortcut straight to approvals and get your social media content out in the world as quickly as possible. Where it gets more interesting is in post content. Now, we mentioned we have prompts, personas, context statements, and instruction statements as the primary inputs to AI for your social media post. Again, prompts is what you're asking the AI to create. And there's an entire library of these that you can build. We have a few of our own. Generally, these will be manually created in static, and they're generally just a statement. If we look at this one, we can see that the statement is to create a LinkedIn post about any one of Yanza Labs' services offerings. It could be anything else you like. And from your library, you can choose whether to set a static prompt, choose a random prompt if you're feeling lucky, do a filtered prompt where you can choose perhaps things where services is in the name or product is in the name or some other topic like that. Or you can do random filtered, which is a mix of those two. Finally, there's the capability to do scripted, where you can script a brand new prompt based on data in your ServiceNow system. If you have a new product release coming out and you create a record for that in ServiceNow to track it in your SDLC, whenever that goes to a released state, you could have Tracy Social automatically go grab the data from that record and create a new prompt and get that information out on social media. And these same types apply to the persona, which is who it's posting as, context statements, and instruction statements. And to be clear on context statements and instruction statements, context is giving Tracy context about what you want her to post about. For instance, in the product release idea we're talking about, it could be the data sheet or some kind of information about the product that OpenAI would not know about in general. It's just additional information you need to provide so that OpenAI knows everything it needs to create an effective post. And instruction statements are just instructions about how to perform the action. Set a character limit, tell about certain things to say or not to say. Run schedule is pretty straightforward. This is how often this schedule rule runs to generate a new social post record within ServiceNow. You can set it to periodically, on demand, just once, and then it will run when you tell it to. We also have the capability to run conditionally, where you can only run if certain conditions within ServiceNow are met. For instance, if there is a new product release from SDLC that you want to post about. If it doesn't find one, it won't release it. And one important concept in here is that we do give this the ability to use a scratch pad. So you can create a scratch pad here, place a record or some other information on the scratch pad, and then use it in all of your other scripts over here. And then finally, the post schedule just tells Tracy when to post to social media. You can have it do immediately upon approval, at a specific time that you specify, on demand by clicking a Post Now button, or within a schedule. And within a schedule allows you to use a just typical ServiceNow schedule, tell it what that is, and Tracy will automatically pick a random time within that schedule to post. So it makes it seem more human and also keeps your post within a schedule where they're liable to get the most attention on social media. And of course, if you don't want to schedule social media posts, you can also come out directly to the social post record, simply create new, and create social posts as a one-off. You can set up AI-powered social posts as a one-off and take them through the usual Tracy workflow, or you can even create manual posts that don't utilize AI at all and send those through for approval and post to social media just to keep everything in one place. Couple more concepts here. If you've played with ChatGPT for this kind of thing, you'll know that it still doesn't always get everything correct. Sometimes there are some edits that you'd like to make after the fact, before you send something out to the rest of the world. You can do that through editing the social media post, but you can also automate a lot of that through our concept of content transformers. These are records that intercept your content from OpenAI and massage it, transform it on the fly before it gets out to social media. This could be things like replacing some string with an @ handle so that it properly gets attached to a certain company within LinkedIn or within Twitter. It could be to remove hashtags if you don't like those especially. Include certain links with your posts so that you have some more interesting content to link out to if your customer is interested. Anything like that just gives you one last chance to transform the content before it goes out to social media. So overall, this gives you a really robust toolkit by which you can automate the creation of social media posts using the data that's in ServiceNow, which for many organizations is quite a lot. So this can be great for informing your customers about information via social media. It can also be great for informing your employees through internal channels of things happening, especially if that data comes from ServiceNow and can be triggered automatically. Completely lights out for you and totally automated. We're having a great time with it. It's really helped us and taken a load off our plate here at Yanza Labs. And so that's why we're releasing it out to the rest of the world. We think there are other organizations who need this kind of capability. We're super excited to see how you use it and get some ideas on how to make it better. Thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you again soon. Bye.